We're going to be talking about Galen in the context of medicine in medieval England. So Claudius Galen was a Greek physician and was born in 129 AD in Greece, but he then lived in Rome later in his life. Galen believed that imbalances in the four humours of the body caused diseases. He supported clinical observation and encouraged doctors to monitor a pulse or take a urine sample to find out what was wrong with a patient. But Galen thought that blood was absorbed or taken in by the body, rather than pumped around it, which we know now. Galen advanced the understanding of the humours, which is a theory of Hippocrates, through his theory of opposites. He thought that humours could be rebalanced by giving a patient something opposite to their symptoms. For example, if you had an excess of blood, which is hot and wet, doctors should prescribe a treatment which was cold and dry. Although Galen lived in the Roman Empire, he believed in monotheism, which is the belief in one single God as opposed to multiple. Because of this, the Christian Church, which is also a monotheistic religion, supported his ideas of medicine. As the church put their weight behind Galen's ideas of medicine, it was frowned upon to question him and his views. The miasma theory was also included in Galen's thinking. Miasma theory said that bad air made someone ill when they breathed it in. It was very popular in medieval Britain, and it was probably the most powerful theory of disease until late in the 1800s. Because of the Church's support, Galen's ideas endured as the foundation of medicine for 1400 years, until medieval times. The fact that he was monotheistic and had the Church's support shows that chance can lead ideas to spread and be used everywhere. So, as we know, because of the Church's support, Galen's ideas endured as the foundation of medicine for 1400 years until medieval times. And as the Church put their weight behind Galen's ideas of medicine, it was frowned upon to question them. So, public health in ancient Rome. Ancient Romans began to focus on public health by introducing aqueducts, sewers, baths, and doctors. Roman emperors and senators spent a lot of money on building aqueducts to bring clean water into Roman cities. This is likely to be because they thought that unclean drinking water, sewage, and dirt tended to make people ill. Ancient Romans built toilets, sewers, and public baths that were used to take waste out of buildings and people's homes. Doctors in ancient Rome were recommended herbs and plants as medicines, and they often fitted with Galen's theory of opposites. Bleeding was a common treatment, but surgery was very rare. The Romans believed that gods and supernatural things could affect health. Aesculapius was the Roman god of health and medicine, and Carna was the Roman god who kept their heart and organs healthy. So, as we just learnt, Aesculapius was the Roman god of health and medicine, and Carna was the Roman god who kept their heart and organs healthy. So Romans installed aqueducts into their homes, and these took waste out of people's homes. It brings clean water into the cities, doesn't take waste out of people's homes. There was a lot of progress in ancient Rome under Galen, but inequality was still difficult to overcome. Roman aqueducts and sewage systems were an improvement in health and medicine that have lasted to today. Clean water and dealing with sewage and dirt are important in societies today. Ancient Romans took a wide range of herbs and plants to heal them in keeping with Galen's theory of opposites. This continued the trend started in ancient Egyptian society. The Roman Empire did a good job of providing lots of food, housing, and infrastructure, such as for sewage and water. This society and civilization helped provide the systems that help society to function. This showed the importance of government in improving the state of medicine and health. The diffusion or spreading of Galen's ideas show the importance of chants in history. His ideas became very popular partly because of the support of the Christian Church. Without this, fewer people would have known about things like clinical observation. However, not all people in ancient Rome benefited from these changes in society. Diseases still spread, and lots of poor people didn't benefit from doctors, treatments, and herbal remedies. So, the Roman Empire helped provide the systems that helped society to function. This showed the importance of government in improving the state of medicine and health. So why were Galen's ideas so prominent? This is because he had the church's support. Roman emperors and senators spent a lot of money on building aqueducts, as we've already learned, to bring clean water into the Roman cities. This is likely to be because they thought that unclean drinking water, sewage and dirt tended to make people ill. And, as I had wrong the last time, but can now learn from the recap, we know that aqueducts bring clean water into the cities. So, the use of medicine in the ancient Romans, we know that ancient Romans took a wide range of herbs and plants to heal them. Roman aqueducts and sewer systems were an improvement in health and medicine. And the Roman emperors did a good job at providing lots of food, housing, and infrastructure. Galen advanced the understanding of the humors through his theory of opposites, as we've learned. He thought that the humors could be rebalanced by giving a patient something opposite to their symptoms. And we know that he was supported by the church because he was monotheistic, which means believing in one God. Okay, so that's everything about Galen today. Thank you very much for listening.